Wesley Wesside Dawson, baby. Star Status Cowboys connection down in LA. 1990s rap artist, South Central Cartel, celebrity Cowboy fans, baby. Carpooling with the Comcast Cowboy today, baby. Good morning. Let's get on the road. Straight serving them heat. What up, Travis Grant, baby? I see you. DJ Big Trav. Toledo Cowboys fan club out there in Toledo, Ohio. What up, baby? Woo, we got that more fire, boy. You know, appreciate you, Westside. You know what I mean? You send me this song, I broke it for your prayers. Could even get it on social media, man. So OAT, we break everything, baby. If you're a fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, based creative, and you got work, send it to me. We're gonna get it on the site, baby. We're gonna talk about some celebrity Cowboy fans, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent today, man. Good morning, everybody. You carpooling with Comcast Cowboy, baby. It is Saturday's edition. You probably wonder why I got the Lakers jersey on, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Especially after I said I don't even buy Cowboys jerseys, right? Montel Jordan is a diehard Cowboys fan. Oh, what? Oh, you want to meet Montel Jordan? Cool. Shout out Dallas. Star Status, Cowboys connection. President Eileen out there. Word is, Mr. This Is How We Do It, or This Is How He Do It now, is going to be at the takeover in Dallas when the Eagles come in to play. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I know it was a quick song. It's a quick song. It's Celebrity Cowboys fan by Mr. Westside, Wesley Dawson, formerly of South Central Cartel. If you guys know him from 1990s, he's part of the South Central rap regime genre that came out of there, man. They were straight serving them heat back in the 90s. You guys heard me on the last few weeks ago bumping them on that live, that Cowboy Up song. That's him too, man. Let's get some morning shout outs, everybody. I already shout out Travis, man. Everybody know DJ Big Trav out there. Brian, what's up, baby? Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor, baby. He is on the line with us. What's up, Nate? What's up, Chris? I even got the Prez on the line with me today, baby. I know Prez is out there working today too, baby. I know you're laying concrete. I'm out here going to sell cable. You know, we got to make this money so we can get to these Cowboys events, man. Now, I know they got a lot of stuff going on today too. Cowboy, Kev, and Star Status, they stay busy in LA. They've got a fan club full of talent within that fan club. You know, they got multiple chapters, I believe, in the IE, Inland Empire, you know, out there with that wavy lad, you know what I'm saying, who just had a happy birthday. Shout out was YL, you know what I mean? A lot of West Coast stuff going on out there, you know what I'm saying? You got the chapter in IE, so big shout out to the president that runs that chapter out there. My boy Fred Waters, retired Army veteran, you know what I'm saying? Met him in Miami last year at the takeover. He'll be out in Vegas this year. Mr. Westside is going to be at the Vegas takeover this year, so you don't want to miss that. It's going to be crunk in Vegas, Cowboy fans. The biggest off-season Cowboys fan event you are going to find anywhere in Vegas at the MGM Grand, 21 to 24 June. If you don't know about it, you need to go find out about it. Number 3 type of Cowboys fan that we always talk about, right? Those type of Cowboy fans going to that event are making shit happen within the fan base, like Star Status, like our boy Mr. Westside. So I appreciate you all joining me this morning, man. Let's get some more shout outs. What up, Kelly? I see you, girl. Hey, we got the president, Eileen, out of Star Status, Dallas Cowboys chapter out there in Dallas. So I know that she's going to be bringing Montel Jordan out there. She's confirmed that. So if you guys want to know all of the details and how you can get down in contact with, you know, with that, as more details come out, you can hit up the president, Eileen. She's on the line right now. Hit the link up here at the top of the show. That'll take you to the article where our group recently, we did a group project. So how many of you have done some classes online before? You did some schooling online or something like that. You know, y'all seen them memes out there. You know, when the group participates in a project and this member doesn't do anything, but then they get an A. I mean, you kind of know where I'm going with that. But we all, I posted a comment in the group and said, hey, let's name all the Cowboys celebrity fans that are out there. You know what I mean? I wanted to see if there was anyone that was new out there. And as all of the usual suspects came in, like LeBron, you know, Denzel, you know, a lot of the folks that Westside named in there, I'm glad he got, you know what I'm saying, our boy in there, Mr. This Is How We Do It, Montel Jordan, because he's actually a part of star status. And that's a big reason why I put him in there, and he was number one on the list, because Cowboy fans, you're going to have access to get to be able to meet him in the Dallas game, at the October Dallas game, if I'm not correct. So, Lisa Morton, what up? Joe Moreno, I see you. Jesse Maldonado. So, Eileen, if you could come in here and comment and let those fans know I see you watching. If they've got details, y'all can hit her up. She's on the line. But, you know, I wanted to name the 10 lesser really known Cowboy fans, because, you know, all the usual suspects, again, we don't do shit for clicks and likes at, you know, OAT. We keep it real. You know what I mean? There was some names that was actually brought up. I'm going to talk to them, and that's about the clout chasing stuff on the Cowboys. About some of these celebrity Cowboy fans, they not really Cowboy fans. Believe that. I'm going to drink on my tea while, you know, my coffee, you know what I'm saying, while you marinate on that. Let that sink in. You know, we always go back to the big networks, you know, folks clout chasing off the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you're a real Dallas Cowboy fan, I don't care if you 1 through 3, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, it's all good. But there's some celebrities out there, and I'm going to name one of them that I'm very surprised and was very upset about. I was very much looking forward to, hoping that he was an actual Cowboys fan, because a lot of what he's doing with a particular radio station on XM Radio really is inspiring me in terms of what we're trying to do with the OAT and the Cowboy culture within the fan base, and documenting that and telling our story, and bringing those players that are intricate part of our fan base that are making shit happen out there, like a number 3 Cowboys fan. You know what I mean? So we can document it and put it on Google forever. That's another episode as we get down, though. But, you know, but let's just talk about them. Now, let's not. We'll talk about them in a minute. So we started at Montel. We got through all the way. You know, one of the bigger ones was Mauricio Solomon. If you guys are boxing avid fans, you know what I'm saying, you guys know who he is. Head of the World Boxing Commission or Council. I can't remember what the WBC stands for. I'm not a big boxing fan, but I did watch that recent fight with what's his name, boy that was talking smack on ESPN, man. I actually became a boxing fan actually because of that dude. I watched that fight on ESPN. I'm glad he's a heavyweight. Now that's gave me reason to pay attention to some boxing. But going back to All or Nothing, if you watch All or Nothing on Amazon Prime, you know, Comcast Cowboy, you just hit the X1 remote, you say, show me All or Nothing, and bam. You know what I'm saying? If you got Amazon Prime, you can stream that through your X1 Xfinity box. You know what I'm saying? As well as YouTube, as well as Netflix, you know what I mean? Shout out Comcast, you know what I mean? We got to pay the bills a little bit. But, hey, you know, Jason Garrett has the team in the conference room there, you know, where it's at an angle and it says the team, and all that. The conference room in there, and he's talking about giving an award out with a boxing glove, and he gives the history on why they're giving out a boxing glove and what it ties to, and actually goes back to Mauricio Solomon, who is actually a big-time Dallas Cowboys fan. He's actually in the article. We included him, and I thought that was pertinent. So a lot of these players, a lot of these celebrities that I picked that had one thing or another to try to tie into the OAT legacy and what we're trying to do here. It wasn't about the biggest names. It wasn't about, you know what I mean, trying to do shit for clicks and likes. That wasn't it at all. I really appreciate all of the hundreds of Cowboys fans that chimed in, because there was some ones there that I didn't even know who they were. Like, who is that? Like Errol Spence. I don't follow boxing. This guy was like, are you serious? Like, you don't, you know what I'm saying, Barry, you don't know who this guy is? Like, no, man, I don't know all the Cowboy fans. Again, that's why I congregate with smart people. You know what I mean? Like Tyson, the West Coast Cowboy, JoJo's Replay, Mark Holmes, the Cowboy Joe Boo, Okoye Media. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the other fan base creators. I know I don't give them as much love, but we support them. OAT supports those that I name every video through Patreon. You know what I'm saying? We disperse collectively. OAT has a Patreon, and we've got those patrons, so thank you. And in turn, that money that comes in, we're actually supporting the other fan base creatives that we're talking about right now monetarily. These are paid Cowboys fans, so think about that. And they're out there producing the content to bring it to you. So I'm always gonna associate and congregate with the real. I'm never gonna try to report on something that's not true. Like this particular celebrity who recently was in sports. He was on one of the major sports sites, and it was on a, you know, I think on a podcast, and they quoted him, and it actually made it on Google. That's all I could find, and that's a one Ladies Love Cool James out of New York, LL Cool J. Somebody had commented, and I said, man, I thought that was interesting. I was like, damn, I didn't know LL Cool J was a fan. So like any good business owner, you know, when you start up a business, you know what I mean? You don't just say, I'm going to start up a business, I'm going to go do this. You know, you do your due diligence, right? So I started getting on the Googler. You know what I mean? That's what my daughter calls it. Shout out to my daughter, Adrian. She calls it, hey, Dad, you get on the Googler? And so I was on the Googler, right? And, you know, I started looking at where is, you know, because I wanted to make sure there's some credibility tied to those folks that we listed on our list. And some of them almost didn't make the cut, but I had to do some further research in order to make sure that it would fit. So big shout out. In the process, we discovered Wesley Wesside Dawson's Celebrity Cowboys fan song. He actually commented and said, hey, you know, and I was like, wow, I thought that would be a great idea. I had never heard the song. He says, no, I have the song. If you hear the words in there, he actually launched it or released it last year, 2018. So I went to his SoundCloud to try to see if we could have it there, but no, he emailed it to me last couple of days directly. So big shout out Wesley Wesside, Mr. Wesside, thank you. You know what I'm saying, for entrusting OAT to put it out there. And sorry, kids, I know we beat you to the punch. So I know I've been rambling. Latanya, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? Robert Fuchs out there, Minnie, my boy. Levi Schuster, them hard hitters is online. That's what I'm talking about. Going back to LL Cool J, right? Unless somebody got some other information, otherwise, based on, because everything I say is not final. It's not the end all be all. I mean, you know, we all know shit changes on a daily basis. But if you've got some other credibility, like I actually tried to find pictures of these fans or something that had something to do with them related to the Cowboys, not just, you know, somebody said they're a fan. Like some of these fans, you know what I mean? There's some other ones on there that we're talking about. But I want to talk about LL Cool J because he's from New York. And guess what I found out? He's actually a big New York Giant fan, you know. And so when he was asked about being, you know, who his favorite sports teams was, let me get this right. The interviewer asked him, Sports Nation is where it was at. You can Google it, Sports Nation, LL Cool J. He says it'd have to be between the Cowboys and the Lakers. I'm like, man, dog, you from the East Coast, you all the way jacked up. Now I know I'm from Texas and I got a Cowboys jersey, a Lakers jersey on, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'll explain that. But LL Cool J says, I'm a big time Giants fan, but because they've been sucking lately, he just likes watching the Cowboys. Nah, partner, we don't do that. We don't clout chase on the Cowboys. You see, he's on an interview on Sports Nation. You see, we go back to these big networks. Now, this ain't Sports Nation's doing. You know what I mean? This is a combination of an organic effect that took place where an example of clout chasing may be. Now, he didn't directly go out there and do it, but to mention it, you know what I'm saying? I just could never do that. You know what I mean? As a Cowboy fan. Now, raise your hand, Cowboy fans. If you could say, oh, the Cowboys ain't been hot for 20 years, so I really just kind of like the Giants. Like my boy Tyson says, slap yourself. Okay? Real diehards, we don't get down like that. So, going back to, you know, this list, I wanted to include LL Cool J, and the big reason why was, if you guys listen to Sirius Radio, Rock the Bills Radio, right? Came out in the last couple of years. He owns it. He bought it on Sirius. It used to be called Backspin. For those of you that listen to Sirius Radio, I'm big time Sirius Radio. I mean, because I hate commercials. One of the two, you know, advertising and all of that stuff. You know, 60% of everything you hear on the radio is all advertising now. And then they keep playing the same songs over and over and over and over because the record companies are, you know, paying them to do that. But hey, that's my logic. That's, you know, what I think, and you know what I think is not important, but that's just why I don't listen to the radio. So bumping Sirius, you know, LL Cool J is really trying to preserve the hip hop culture, so I can really appreciate what he's doing with that. And that's what we're doing here with OAT. Just trying to preserve the Cowboys fan base culture. You know what I mean? Because shout out the original super fan, Crazy Ray Wilford. You guys know who I'm talking about. I'm currently in the process of trying to put some things together to honor his legacy, as he was, to my knowledge, the first ever true Dallas Cowboys super fan. You know, the guy who used to be on the field running around with the, you know what I'm saying, the Cowboy get up and all of that. And every Washington Redskins game on Thanksgiving, it was him and Chief Z from the Redskins, and they were like the mascots. He was the unofficial mascot. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we're going to put some stuff together to get Crazy Ray on it. I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but going back to those 10 folks, I wanted to credit check. So big shout out to all of our fans. If you want to see that article and all of the ones that were listed, just hit this link up here at the top of the show, And, you know, you can see how that unfolded. And I also embedded Wesley's Mr. Westside song, uploaded it. You see we posted it there in the group, so it's in the group. If you just scroll up to the announcements, it's there in the group. But we also posted it in the article, so that way if you visit the article, he'll be able to see that song. So working together in tandem as a team, I thought it was very great as a group project as OAT, and I'm looking forward in using this type of approach as we produce more content, because I do a lot of research, but a lot of times, you know what I mean, I'm just one guy. So instead of me doing 100% of the research, I'd rather have 10 people doing 10% of the research at a time. I just think strength in numbers is a lot better than, you know, one person trying to rely on all, because then I want to get it wrong, because you know how you Cowboy fans do. That's not supposed to be in there. Why you didn't put this fan? Why you didn't put that fan? You know, everybody really didn't understand where I was coming from to begin with. But if you guys know me, those that you do, I'm very strategic when it comes to this OAT thing. So, bet you want to know what this Lakers jersey is all about, right? I'll share with you why I'm so big on star status, the West Coast, being from Texas as a Cowboys fan, and why I got this jersey on. So, some of you that know me very close know me. I have a son. His name is Brian. That's his first name. He's 10. I was very smart, though, because I liked Des Bryant when he was a Cowboy. I still love Des Bryant. Loved him even more as a Cowboy. But I'm a big-time Kobe fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big-time Laker fan. And a lot of folks never really could understand, like, how are you from Texas and you're a Laker fan? Well, let me tell you something. I was stationed in San Diego in the Navy in the 90s. And, you know, Lakers were on national TV. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And, you know, and with Kobe and Shaq. And then I left San Diego and I went to Los Angeles, the Navy recruiting district of Los Angeles, where God bless my mother's soul, asked me, did they give me a gun at check-in, because I was recruiting out of the Compton Unified School District in LA. My office was in Carson. So it was double whammy. You know what I'm saying? I'm in LA, I'm an LA fan, I'm in the Navy, I'm having fun, I'm giving folks opportunity. I'm going to Compton High School, I'm going to Centennial High School, I'm going to Dominguez High School. So you folks on the line in LA didn't think your boy knew. But see, it's kind of like LA ties, man. You know what I'm saying? And being a fan of all of that, there's a lot of Cowboys fans that are out there that are Laker fans. So if you're a Cowboy and a Laker fan, let me hear you. Let's see, get some shout outs. Let's see who else is on here. Well, nobody's really commenting today. Everybody's just watching. You know, we got these look-a-who's on here. That's all good, though. But I recruited in Compton, you know what I'm saying, Unified School Districts. I was in LA in the hub. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s, listening to South Central Cartel, straight serving them heat. You know what I mean? Out there. So I was heavily influenced by the West Coast. And that's where my ties come today. And that's why I've always said I never had a Cowboys jersey, because the players change, but the game remains the same. And you say, well, you're a hypocrite. Now you got a Laker jersey on. Well, I mean, my son's name's Brian. And I didn't get these jerseys until the championships were won. And basically, I knew Kobe was going to be a Laker for life. So that was a big part of, you know what I mean? I got 2 of these jerseys. You guys see me in the other video. I got the other one. So, but going back to, you know what I mean? Again, I tend to get off on a tangent, so I apologize. But you guys are just riding with me, man. You carpooling with the Comcast Cowboy. If it wasn't for y'all, I probably wouldn't even gone to work today. But I'm trying to hustle and get this money so I can get out to Vegas to see my boy Westside next month. So that's kind of the story, the backstory to me in LA. But getting back to, you know, why I had the jersey on, but getting back to, you know, those fans. A lot of Cowboys fans didn't even know Post Malone was a Cowboys fan. Like, everybody heard the song, you know, for the long Dak press, Hail Mary touchdown. Hey, everybody heard that, right? A lot of Cowboy fans subconsciously heard that and didn't pick up on it. But I knew, and I had heard after that it came out, because I paid attention to things like that, because when you're fan-centric and you're concentrating on all things fans, especially when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, there's 2 reasons why I pay attention. One, I want to identify if you're real, if you're connected, if you're true, if you're loyal, or 2, are you clout chasing? And so that goes back to the big networks, and then, you know, a lot of these celebrities, like Snoop Dogg wasn't finna make my cut. I'm a player. I'm from the, you know what I'm saying? I love some West Coast. You know what I mean? I love some Snoop Dogg. But Snoop Dogg, you done had about every NFL team jersey on in the league. Can't do that with your partner. A lot of the other celebrities, I couldn't even find anything that related to them and the Cowboys. So they couldn't make the cut. Now, there's a lot that you guys posted that could have, but I strategically picked these because, hey, I found something that was related, and I shouted out a lot of the members in our group that actually participated on that group project. So if you click the link up here, you'll see which members in our group actually got some love shown to them as a group participation, and that's going to be something we're going to continue to do moving forward because it gives total meaning to our hashtag, right? Hashtag built by fans for fans. With that being said, if you ain't got your nameplate yet up, man, there's still 50 comments open or 20-something comments open. And scroll to the top of the announcements. Go to that post that says your name here. Get your nameplate. Hashtag, comment hashtag built by fans for fans so you can get yours and I'll make it this weekend. But a lot of the celebrities, they just weren't going to make the cut, man, because I didn't think it was right as a representation as us, as a group, to put out that shit that's fake for clicks and likes. You know what I mean? We're just not going to do that. I'm not buying into clout chasing celebrities to ride off our good name and what we're trying to build here. So anybody else online, my boy Tyson West Coast is on the line. Morning, baby. One of the most brilliant minds I've found in the Cowboys fan base to date, man. But man, it's overcast up here. It's 56. You know what I mean? I got to hit this field for a couple of hours. And I thought I'd just get on here and tell you because I got that song. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give a shout out. You guys heard the other song. Now, Facebook been tripping. You know what I mean? So don't share this. Just try to keep it in the group because, you know, they're starting to mess with me about this music stuff. So I think I may strictly go to just the Cowboys music just to try to avoid anything because I'm trying to repurpose these videos up onto YouTube as well. So I got a YouTube channel out there. We're posting content on YouTube. So if you're a Cowboys fan and you like YouTube, check us out. Just look me up. Search me, Barry Gibson. It's the OAT page. You'll see the Clock in D video that I just posted there. But going back to Facebook and music. So if you're a Cowboy fan base creative like my boy Tyson that's out there, JoJo, you know what I mean? You got to be really, really careful with this copyright stuff. And that's going to my artists that are out there in the fan base like Westside, like our boy Starboy, Chris Payne. You know what I mean? If you're using these hooks from these other songs and things like that, try to make some original content. We know it's catchy. We know that folks love that song. Here I go from Mystical. You know what I'm saying? And I swear, and I'm this off tangent, but I swear every time I hear that song, you guys know what I think of. You know, you done seen the video before. Every time you hear that song, you know there's something that comes to mind. And I'm talking to some particular people out there because you know exactly what I'm talking about. I found that video on YouTube with that song. I just could not stop watching it. You know, that guy, he had long hair. He had like a suit with no shirt on. And it's just totally a C-list type of production. But he's got that mystical song in the background. And he's like preaching from the Bible, singing this, rapping. Oh, I can't remember his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So every time I hear that mystical track, I think about that. But I'm glad that Westside put that song out now because that could try to erase that, boy, because you can't undo some things that you see with music. You know what I mean? So shout out there. So what questions we got, man? I got about another 10 minutes. I've been running my mouth. You know what I mean? We've covered everything. Click the link if you want to know all about the article. If you want to hear the full song of Celebrity Cowboys Fan by Westside out of Star Status Cowboys Connection in LA. Go check it out right now. What questions we got, man? Kevin Harris is back online. President Star Status out there. So we'll just talk about Vegas. So there's a lot of Cowboy fans going to Vegas next month. We talked about it. The Vegas Takeover Fan Zone. I know Kevin's going to have a lot of folks from Star Status out there. I know a lot of the hard hitters are going to be out there. There's going to be hundreds of Cowboys fans there doing their thing. The number 3 type of Cowboy fans that we always talk about. So, going to be a lot of opportunity for you to take your fan status to the next level. So if you're watching this and you know what I'm saying, you're just a basic fan and you love the Cowboys, you watch them. Sometimes you just, you tap in here to see what's going on with the fan base. No shade. I know I always highlight my number 3 type of Cowboy fans because I got to talk to them, man. We're trying to organize. We're trying to collaborate. We're trying to make some big things happen. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to hear this here first. When the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, this fan base is going to double because of social media. Now, I wrote an article last year and I talked about social media and how we're like the not most followed NFL team, and there's a reason why. It's because these folks winning these Super Bowls now with this social media area, they've been, you know what I'm saying, they've been climbing up the charts. But once we win once we win a Super Bowl, the fan base is going to double. You think we got some obnoxious, delusional fans now that don't know what's going on between the number 1s and 2s? Oh, they're going to come out the woodworks. So we need these number 3 type of Cowboy fans that are watching like right now, that are out there making shit happen in the fan base. We're going to have to be very organized so we can be able to move and also make a clear representation. And as we finish up, I'd like to just cap it off with, you know, we put this out in a couple of days later. You know, I pay attention to big media. What we do in the group, are they paying attention to us? Are they watching us? Like, shout out my boy Will Kane at ESPN. I know he reads my stuff. So I tagged him a few times last year before he got real big. We know why he put him on the big network, because he's pro Cowboy. So that is the anti-Stephen A. Smith, anti-Cowboys, right? Those talk shows, the big networks, they're very successful because you got difference of opinion. Then you got a moderator like the woman Molly up there, I think is her name is. So, you know what I mean? There's a science to the reason why that they do that. But, you know what I'm saying? I know these big networks read what we do, because there's a writer out of Dallas for the Dallas Morning News, John Machota. I know he reads my stuff. A couple of days later, he comes out with this whole story about the Dak Prescott and the Post Malone video song relation in terms of, and explaining all of that stuff. Well, basically all the info that we had in our article was basically regurgitated on what he had. It wasn't too much difference. You know what I mean? You all know Post Malone has a father named Rich, who's actually works inside the stadium. So that's his connection that was relative to this article. You know, I had to do the research also, you know what I mean? So Post Malone was the last one on there. And like I said, a lot of Cowboy fans are sleepwalking around, don't even know that Post Malone is a Cowboy fan. He just name dropped Dak Prescott, and everybody like, well, you say Dak Prescott. So let a hater know if you know why, especially if they like your boy. If they're a fan of the other 31 teams and they like your boy Post Malone, and they be singing that song, wow, get them every time, because you know they're not going to say that part of the song. But they regurgitated that. Dallas Morning News put out an article a couple of days later about Post Malone and Dak Prescott and that relationship. I just found it very ironic. How about you, Cowboys Nation? What you think? You guys are carpooling with the Comcast Cowboy today, man. I wanted to just come out and show my West Coast Cowboys some love. Shout out to LA. All them diehard Cowboys fans, that Lakers fans, man. Got something special for you in Vegas. Stay tuned. You're rolling with the Comcast Cowboy. We'll see you on the next video.